Hey, I hope summer's going really, really well for everybody. I always like it when things are new and things are different. It keeps you on your toes and gives you new life experiences, and we definitely are getting that this summer. I also have some great news to share with you. A lot of you have been asking questions about what the fall is going to look like. Um, and I have some answers for you. I've sent out an email list. You don't need to listen to this if you've read through the list and you're satisfied. But I wanted to clarify and elaborate on some things that I think are best done in this format as opposed to on a boring piece of paper here. First of all, office hours. Lots of you have asked about office hours. In terms of office hours, we use them, and by we I mean ECTC, uses them to document how faculty help students. So we have to continue that documentation process. However, those office hours do not have to be on campus. So those of you who are teaching in the virtual environment only don't have to come to campus for your office hours. Those of you who are teaching face-to-face do not have to have face-to-face office hours. As in, you can teach your class in seat like you normally do, or whatever format you're using for this COVID situation, and then you can have your office hours online, at home, or have a documentable means of communicating with the students. And that's what I'm trying to say here, is because we're using them as a SACS requirement, we do have to document how we're meeting those office hours. They don't have to be synchronous online. They don't have to be in your office. They do, however, have to be something you can document, whether it's setting up a message board in Blackboard. I know a lot of you use that. I use that myself. Whether it is simply setting up a Blackboard Collaborate room where you can meet students. You need to have something you can put on writing. Remember, every semester you submit your office hours to Connie. This semester, I need you to submit them to me, and I need you to submit them to Connie. Remember, you're also required by ECTC to put them on your syllabus. So you need to be able to put this office hour structure on your syllabus under office hours. So make sure you do that as well. Also under office hours, one of the reasons I like office hours is I know when I can get a hold of you. So one thing that I'll ask you towards the beginning of the semester is for you to give me a reasonable time frame when I'll be able to contact you during the week via phone or via computer. And I'm not going to go around with a clipboard and log in and check and see if you're available. It's just, there are things that is much easier to do face-to-face, or not face-to-face, computer cam to computer cam, or over the telephone than it is over long-winded email exchanges where we're speaking the nuances and we're not saying what we want to say directly. It's much easier to say things face-to-face than it is to say things or over the phone than it is to say things in emails a lot of the time. So that's that on office hours. Another big thing that we've been talking about is registration. If you've been looking at the numbers that Dale has been sending out, you know our registration is down. Therefore, Dr. Pate has decided we are going to have a huge registration push starting August 1st. And we're going to have immediate drop-in advising available for students starting from August 1st to the first day of classes. What format that takes hasn't been exactly determined yet. What it means for you is that every single cluster during that first period of August is going to have one member, at least 1 to 2 members available during the registration hours. What do we mean by available? Available instantly for advising. How will that advising be done? Right now, it looks like how that advising would be done is you'd be sitting in your home office or in your on-campus office with a Blackboard Collaborate screen up, and the student can go to a computer lab or another room on campus that they were told to go to, click in, drop into this Blackboard Collaborate room, and you could advise them right there on the spot over Collaborate. That's one format that's being discussed. The other format that the Advising Center has been using some this semester for students who just have to do it face-to-face is they've been putting the advisor in a classroom with the student and their parent. Everybody's been wearing a mask. Students have been on one side, advisor on the other. The advisor is using the classroom's overhead projector to project their computer screen up on the classroom's whiteboard or screen so that the student is looking over the advisor's shoulder and we can maintain social distancing. But there will be no traditional arena registration for those of you who are concerned about that. We don't have the plexiglass for it. Speaking of plexiglass, those of you who are teaching face-to-face and want to wear face shields while you're doing it as opposed to masks, the college will provide them for you. That's great. So you don't have to worry about finding one online. The college will provide one. You just need to let me know so I can pass it along to Brent, and I will get you one of those face shields for face-to-face teaching. Speaking of face-to-face teaching, one of the things that the Advising Center has said is that the students want that in-seat component. They're really missing that. So if there's something you want to do to offer more in-seat options to our students for the coming semester, let me know. For those of you who are doing in-seat options, campus is going to take care of social distancing in the classroom for you. One half the seats in all the classrooms will be blocked off using signage or tape, and in some cases actually removed. Everybody knows we don't have a big room on campus, right? That's one of the problems, not problems, that's one of the things that we don't have. We don't have a big room. So we have nowhere to put all the chairs that we would have, and desks that we would have to remove to actually physically remove the chairs and desks from the classrooms. So we'll put signage, tape them up, block them off. Another thing about those of us teaching in seat is, this is a question I actually had, what happens if somebody in your class tests positive? Well, the good news is it's not up to the college, it's up to the health department. The health department determines if the class and you need to be quarantined or not. The one case that's happened in the system so far has been this summer. It was out of Owensboro. And my understanding is that the health department said that students were actually good to go and continue on as normal. We've had one minor incident here at ECTC where somebody in the classroom was told to quarantine, but they hadn't been tested positive yet. And the class was told to proceed as normal. So at the moment, that is what I have heard, but that's unofficial. Maybe I shouldn't have even said it. Well, too late now, it's on video. But that's where we're looking at in terms of the situation, in terms of the classroom. Trying to think of other things. Judy's going to work with me. She's going to be going online virtual for her advising again. For advising, for her tutoring in the Smile Lab. Connie will be working mostly from home this semester. She will be in some days where work situation dictates that she has to come in. Shannon, Naveen, and I will come up with a plan and Donna will come up with a plan for the computer labs. Trying to think if there's anything else other than telling you guys have a good time for the rest of the summer. One last note on the budget, kind of a downer here. Our budget for the division was cut 26%. At the moment, that missing 24%, that missing 26% is being held, as it may be released come the following semester, depending on our enrollment. However, our enrollment doesn't look too good at the moment. Matter of fact, our enrollment looks really rough. Anything you can do to help advise a student, get a student into class is appreciated. The good news is, I was looking over numbers. It looks like most of our classes are good. And those of you who classes don't look good, I've already got some alternative things. I already have students in other shells ready and waiting for you. So I don't want anybody here worrying about whether or not they're going to make load or anything like that. We got that covered. Let's see. Thanks to everybody who's been emailing me. Ed, Naveen, you've been really great in terms of helping me monitor those, well, helping me. Monitoring those class numbers. You guys have done a great job at that. You really have. Appreciate that. Also, you've done a great job with your concerns, expressing your concerns. Give me those feedbacks. Kay's reached out to me. She's had a really busy summer, done a lot of things. I hope everybody's enjoying themselves. See y'all in a couple weeks. Oh, by the way, I discovered virtual Comic-Cons. All of my Comic-Cons have gone virtual. Really, really loving it. I get to watch all the panels. No lines. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.